Hello and welcome to Snowstorm Studios, everyone. It's Billy, and I'm here to do a comparison video between Windhelm in Skyrim and Windhelm in the Elder Scrolls Online. So the picture you're looking at is of Skyrim's Windhelm, so let's jump into it. So Windhelm is home of the Stormcloak Rebellion in Skyrim, and as you can see, it is very worn down, decrepit. Doesn't look very lush. Looks like growing food. Pretty damn challenging. But it is the home of the rebellion and of the Stormcloaks, and this is where they reside. So this is a picture of it. A lot of snow, very cold. It looks like it's right behind a mountain, or right in front of a mountain. So it has like kind of some protection, but very cold and just warm. Here's another picture looking from the very top bird's eye view of it. You can see that this is the keep, the Palace of Kings, where Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak lives. And then you got the Grey Quarter where the Argonians were. You can definitely see it's run down. This is actually a great picture. And you can see the Nordic houses where they're a little nicer. You got the forge and the shops, and then the tabard. And it's funny because from a bird's eye view, this all makes a lot of sense, like where everything's placed. But man, when you're on the ground, this is a maze. I remember this game being very tough to get from one point to the other, or just getting from my house in here to getting out. It was always a challenge, but I guess that made it interesting. I think I have one more pick. Yep, this is right when you walk in, so that's the tabard right there. Like I said, look at these icicles, just cold. I mean, the most you get in here is a bush. Nothing else is living. It's very, very cold, very run down. Doesn't look like anyone's doing any repairs. The stones all look out of place, but it looks intact, though. It looks like it would still be hard to break it. It doesn't look like it's like pregnable. It doesn't look like anyone could get in. But yeah, so that's a Skyrim one. So now let's go to a ESO pick. Here's a picture of Elder Scrolls Online Windhelm. Now, Windhelm in the Elder Scrolls Online is the capital of the Ebonheart Pact. This is where Yoren Skald King is from. As you can see already, the first thing that I see is it is a lot bigger. There's a lot more space, but that is from the MMO standpoint to an RPG. You got to get players in and out of here. And being the capital of one of the teams, it's got to be a little bit bigger than this. And that is just the truth. It's just got to be bigger. So you can't. Being a lore buff, I shouldn't be getting mad at that. Some other big differences. It looks to be a little bit warmer in this one. I don't know. Maybe it's because there are trees. Trees in Windhelm. The most we got in Skyrim was a bush. But now, like I said, it is 1,000 years before that. So definitely some time has gone by, and that is why maybe the trees are cut down. It's more worn out. But this one, the one in ESO, is just a lot more lush and a lot more inhabitable and a lot more like alive. It just, the whole thing is just a lot bigger and more inhabitable. I think I got another picture. Oh yeah, this one's beautiful. Also, another big thing that's very different in each is the one in Elder Scrolls uses a lot more stone. You can see stone walls, but also the buildings seem to have a lot more stone. Like right here, this is wood, of course, but like this one right here is more stone. Then when you go to the Skyrim one, it looks to be a lot more wood. Like that looks all to be wood. This looks all to be wood. That does. All these houses seem to be much more wood. And I remember the house in Windhelm that you can get in Skyrim is just a lot more wood style. So it's pretty interesting that would change, or why they would change that up. But I guess Zenimax had a different thought for Windhelm. But in conclusion to these pictures, playing both games for endless hours, I would have to say the Windhelm I'd prefer is the one from Elder Scrolls. It is much more how I imagined it. It is supposed to be this grand place. It was maybe the first place humans inhabited in Tamriel. I just wanted it to be this big, beautiful landscape of just like stone walls, the mountain behind you. Of course, the snow, but like I just want it to be magnificent. And I mean, being in 4 eras later, it's obviously not going to be as magnificent as it was. So I'm not saying that this one's bad. I'm just saying this one I like better. I like playing in this one better. It just makes more sense to me. So now I'm going to go and actually play a video off of IGN that is comparing both of them, which I think is super cool. And you can see these are the front gates. Again, you can just see in the Elder Scrolls Online, it's much more spread out. Once you walk in, That's funny, that building is a pub in Skyrim, but it's the Mages Guild place in the Elder Scrolls Online, which I think is kind of interesting. But as you can see, just much more spread out. The pathways are a lot bigger, the buildings are a lot bigger in Elder Scrolls. Again, because of an MMO to RPG, it's just, you gotta make it bigger. And I mean, it doesn't work in the lore, you can't make a city bigger like that, but it has to for the games. Looks like we are going to the docks, that is my guess. And yes, it is. So a big difference is the Elder Scrolls Online, everything is inside the walls, which I thought was so freaking convenient. Meaning that, like, if you wanted to go to the docks in Skyrim and Windhelm, you have to walk through a door, then you gotta go back to your house, you gotta walk through 2 more doors. It was such a pain in the ass. But they fixed it in the Elder Scrolls Online, and I prefer that. That's a big factor for why I prefer the Elder Scrolls Online Windhelm over the Skyrim Windhelm. Yeah, but those both are beautiful. Don't hate on one. But you can see the one in Elder Scrolls Online had more wood, while Skyrim had more stone. Walking around now. Now it looks like we are walking up to the... Oh no, we're going to the shops. The shops in ESO are just not even the spot that the shops were in Skyrim. But in Skyrim you go down to the Grey Quarter, but in ESO you're going to the shops if you go in that direction, which I thought was kind of funny. But it was much more convenient in ESO for players, I guess, because it's right there. Because if you put it where the shops were in the Skyrim, it would have been down the corner. It would have been kind of a pain to run around like that, so I guess Zenimax made the right call on that. It's nitpicky stuff at this point. Now we're getting to the horses. I bet IGN's gonna look at the horses. Oh yeah, they both look kind of shitty. But it's an Elder Scrolls game. You don't play for the graphics. Yep, those are horses. They're just gonna flip through them, but they both look good enough. Horse in Skyrim wasn't 17,000 gold though. Oh, that was a bitch, but I did do it. Now, oh, Shadowmere. Yeah, these are the stables. Now it looks like we are going... I mean, just look at the Elder Scrolls Online one. It just looks much more like a city, not a keep. That's another thing. Now it looks like we're going to look at the Palace of Kings. They never let you in ESO, which is kind of shitty, but they do in Skyrim. RPG, MMO, same thing. But, yeah, those are the front gates. Both are cool. Again, I think I like the Elder Scrolls Online one. Just a lot more fertile. Not as deathly looking, I guess. So yeah, guys, that is my comparison of the two. Like I said, very different. The Elder Scrolls Online one is a lot bigger and a lot more fertile, while the Skyrim one is a lot more doomsy and cluttered and close together. Everything in the Elder Scrolls Online is within the wall, which is super convenient. There's been some things changed to like put forward the MMO like comfortability and stuff, so definitely some changes. But like I said, in the end, I choose the Elder Scrolls Online Windhelm. I think it was bigger, better, and more interesting than the Skyrim one. The Skyrim one got a little boring and a little confusing at times. But yeah, please tell me in the comments, guys, what you think. You can tell me I'm a blubbering idiot and everything I just said was stupid. You can tell me everything I said was genius and that you agree with me. But I would really like if you guys could just like this video and subscribe. You don't even understand how much that helps. Liking and subscribing can help, because there will be giveaways coming in the future, and I will be giving them to people that have constantly liked and have subscribed early to this channel. So yeah, that would be amazing. So have a good one, guys.